And it's my pleasure to introduce you all to a mighty team this afternoon, a combination of FinDoc and Salesforce representatives. Today, they'll be presenting Lead to Ledger on the Salesforce platform, which will dive into different parts of a donor journey using MPSP, Marketing Cloud for Nonprofits, and FinDoc. But before we dive in, Hans, if you could move over to the next slide, please. Thank you. I think we're all familiar with this, but please base your purchasing decisions on technology which is currently available today. And yeah, at this point, I think I'll hand over to the team to introduce themselves and get things underway. I'll be monitoring the chat box, so if you do have questions, do feel free to type them in, and we can either do those at the end or cover them when they are asked. With that said, enjoy. Hans and co, over to you.
Hey, thank you, Sam, and great to be here again. Lovely to have this session. Very happy to be here with Glynis and Gianluca from Salesforce, and of course with Peter of FinDoc, looking at something that may be a little new for some of the consultants that have dialed in, because we're going to be looking at FinDoc together with Marketing Cloud, which is not something that we do that often. So we're very excited to talk specifically about that topic. So what would we like to talk about in the next half an hour is briefly, what is fundraising with FinDoc, then Mango or Marketing Cloud, but not just Mango, but how does that work in a quite sophisticated fundraising journey? And actually, we're going to show that how you would do that really from lead to ledger, so all the way from the birth of a lead till it sits in your accounting system. So first of all, quickly about FinDoc. Who is FinDoc? If you haven't heard of us, we're a technology company out of the Netherlands. We started 7 years ago building payment solutions for nonprofits, and that's what we still do today. We do that with close to 20 colleagues, and we currently have over 150 European nonprofit customers. And those nonprofit customers, there are some very large ones like Save the Children, UNICEF, Amnesty, Greenpeace, but also a lot of medium and small size. So it's a solution that, just like Salesforce and MPSP, works well for the biggest, but also for medium and small size charities. Why we exist, really, what we started to build 7 years ago is with the intention to build something that builds fundraising as a donor-centric process. We call it data-driven fundraising, and we think that should be managed from the heart of your donor profile in CRM. So it's not a separate system, it's not a finance system, it's part of CRM, and that's what we've built. In addition, we're very aligned with Salesforce. We're fully native on Salesforce. We work very closely. All FinDoc customers are implemented by Salesforce implementation partners, and obviously all FinDoc customers are Salesforce customers. So yeah, we're very proud that we get recognition from Salesforce by winning the Partner Award last year, and also the ISV Sales Partner Award from Salesforce last year. So why do we exist? What does FinDoc do? Or maybe another question is, you as an implementation consultant, why would FinDoc be of interest to you? Well, basically because when you're looking at a customer and you're looking at an implementation, you kind of have the same problem that we had 7 years ago when we started FinDoc. And that is that there are many different payment methods and payment providers. And donors have many different preferences on how they want to pay, from maybe a single incidental payment by credit card to being a structural donor, sponsor, supporter that does a structural donation every month, maybe using something like direct debit. At the same time, those payment systems, they're very diverse. They're all technically different. They're far away from Salesforce. And well, you're looking at, how do I get this integrated? Because in an ideal world, you would have that donation data at the heart of your CRM, so you can enable data-driven fundraising. Well, basically, we've done that hard work for you. And what we've done, what the solution is, we've built a integration with all those different payment systems and payment method. And we've built that natively on Salesforce, working with MPSP. And we've made sure that all those payments sit in one unified payment data model in Salesforce, so that it's available for all the Salesforce tools that you may be using to further automate donor journeys. And that way you can implement a real-time donor 360. And of course, the theme of today, you can implement all those fundraising journeys with marketing automation using all the available Salesforce tooling. So that way we think we have really connected the worlds of payments to the world of Salesforce. With that, I'd like to hand over to Glynis. Over to you, Glynis.
Thank you so much, Hans, for this short introduction to Findoc. So hello, everyone. My name is Glynis. I've been working for the Marketing Cloud part at Salesforce for about 4 years now. So obviously what we want to show to you today in just a minute is how those two things come together. So how can you then actually leverage that information coming from your payments and use that in smart journeys within Marketing Cloud or Pardot. So as you know, we have two tools within Salesforce to start doing marketing and engagement. And that can actually help nonprofits to work from that single source of truth. So that's both for known and also for unknown constituent data. If we talk about unknown, we might be adding Ad Studio to that together with a journey with Findoc, and also, for example, the Datarama reporting that we just launched in the Marketing Cloud Corporate Editions is also a really great feature that we can use and that we can leverage. But we do have something exciting actually to show to you today, or rather to talk about it, because it's all very much top secret at the moment at Salesforce. And maybe, Hans, for that, we can go to the next slide. But it is, I'm not so sure how many partners have already heard about it. It's, as I said, it's quite new. It's called Mango, so it's Marketing Cloud for nonprofits. So what is this? It's something, first of all, that very much falls under that safe harbor slide that we shared in the beginning, because our teams are still fully developing these new packages. But it is actually, it will be available at the moment. It's foreseen for GA for the 14th of July this year. And it's basically, what is Mango? It's designed to put best practice content and configuration of Marketing Cloud in the hands of those customers of you who will need it the most. So the big challenge that we're basically trying to solve with Mango is to democratize the configuration and the content delivery. So organizations can go very quickly and actually have an impact in a much quicker way. So I can't say too much about it. What I can say, from a practical point of view, how will it work? Well, Mango will be available to download through the App Exchange. So it will basically be installed as an install package within Marketing Cloud. So if you look into Marketing Cloud, it will basically be an option in the App Exchange drop-down menu. I think you have, like, if I remember well, they have Deployment Manager there and a few other bits. So that's where it will sit. And then after the installation, your customer or yourself, the Marketing Cloud admin, will go through a home screen. And that screen you can see there on the right, that's how it will look like. And then you have an onboarding process. So from there, they will be guided through the configuration of Mango. And the idea is really that they can start growing from there. So this might be something for your customers who actually need the functionalities within Marketing Cloud, but find maybe the Pro edition too overwhelming, or for those customers who really want to gradually grow with the product as they get familiar with. So that's all about Mango for now. I'm very excited to share with you this new feature, because we at Salesforce.org are very excited about this. And then I will hand it over to our colleagues, Peter and Gianluca, to show you how exactly a journey within Marketing Cloud or Mango or Pardot can actually look like together with Findoc.
Thank you, Glynis. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gianluca Romano, and I'm a senior solution engineer at Salesforce. I apologize for my background. We will compensate that with a good demo. And I'm here today with Peter from Findoc that will help me with this.
Hi, everyone.
Our goal for today is to show you how Salesforce and Findoc can work together to bring the donor experience to a new level and increase the number of one-time donors that will become regular donors. You all work with non-for-profit organizations, and you know how important it is for them to engage with donors and potential donors at the right time, on the right channel, with advanced solution that makes them feel engaged, valued, but also safe while they use their payment methods online. For our demo today, we have Rachel, a 25-year-old student from London, and she's browsing the web looking for an internship opportunity on her favorite social media channel, which is Facebook. And she lands on an ad that captured her attention. It's a petition from STEP, a local non-for-profit that was founded in the 2000s and is dedicated to empowering homeless women by providing stable housing and employment services. Rachel decides that she wants to support this cause and sign the petition form, leaving her first name, last name, and email address.
So as soon as the petition is signed, via the standard Marketing Cloud integration, a lead is being created inside of Salesforce, which will now be essentially the stepping stone from where we launch our journey.
Using the full power of Salesforce Steps knows its constituent behavior very well. And their fundraising team already created an automation in Salesforce Marketing Cloud to immediately send an email to the new Salesforce leads that are coming from this petition campaign, sharing some of their recent success. Rachel received an email with a very interesting story about Rose. Rose is a lady that was previously homeless and was helped by Steps in finding a place to live, food to eat, and a job to go to. Rachel immediately feels really committed to the mission and decides to donate £20 to this cause, following all the steps that she finds in the email. She clicks on Donate Now. She chooses the amount, £20. She fills her personal details, select the preferred payment method, which is in this case is a card, complete the payment, and receive the thank you message.
So what you just saw was a landing page provided by Findoc Giving Pages, which captures the donation information, captures her personal details, and inserts all of that information directly into Salesforce in real time. Where inside of Salesforce, our guided matching feature not only deduplicates the data against regular contact information, but in this case actually finds the existing lead record of Rachel and converts that automatically from a lead into a contact before attaching the donation information.
As mentioned before, marketeers at Steps are empowered with the right solutions to know the general behavior of their constituents very well. Therefore, they already configure an automated series of communication in Marketing Cloud using Journey Builder to engage with new donors. So looking at the previous engagement from the same segment, marketeers at Steps knows that the best channels to achieve their goal of moving from lead to ledger are email and outbound calls. You can see that the journey is configured with an automated entry source that refresh regularly to be as close as real time as possible so that they never miss anyone. In addition to that, they set up an initial decision split that looks at the total amount of the donation and based on the amount, assign the contact to a specific path and channel. For those who donate more than £500, a task is created in Salesforce for the contact owner to make an outbound call and thank the donor speaking with them in person. But for those who donated less than £500, like Rachel, we will now see more in details what will happen next. And I hope you are all very curious to see. Something as easy as a thank you email can make a huge difference. Many non-for-profits still don't have the capabilities to do so. So in this example, Steps is using the first name personalization, Dear Rachel, the amount that she donated, £20, and the donation date, giving also a sense of safety and recognition for the donation that she just made. The next step is where the real power of Salesforce and Findoc come together, is where Steps wants to convert Rachel to a regular donor. So imagine an interactive email that can learn from your constituents. Imagine being able to accept Rachel's mandate for a direct debit directly from the email in a fast, easy, compliant, and secure way. This form that you see here is built directly in the email, meaning that it can maintain the attention span of a customer at the highest possible level without having to go on a landing page and really avoiding any sort of distraction while taking such an important decision as committing to becoming a regular donor. Rachel, go ahead, fill the form, leave her account holder name, the account number, the sort code, and decide to donate £15 per month.
And as soon as she clicks that button, that information from within the email is transferred through the Findoc API back into Salesforce, where it creates a recurring donation automatically. So again, automatically deduplicated against the contact database. We can attach it to the same contact record as where we attached the earlier one-time donation, but now we have a structural donation in the system for Rachel.
Excellent. So with Salesforce Marketing Cloud, we are now able to create an automated monthly journey for structural donors, sending them emails that can share stories about how your donation is supporting less advantaged people, or email that can give you more and more information and stats on how the world is changing thanks to supporters like Rachel. In this specific journey, I wanted to show you capabilities from Marketing Cloud, a functionality that is out of the box and is called Einstein Send Time Optimization. This is meant to make sure that donors receive the emails at the right time. How important is for a donor and a constituent to receive an email on the day that they want to receive the email and at the time that they prefer to receive the email? And it's almost invaluable if you think at how much work each department is putting behind creating engaging email and engaging journey. This will work at scale, reading directly the constituents data that your organizations already own. I don't know about you, but I've been a marketeer, and for me, KPIs like open rate obviously are the fundamentals for measuring the success of a campaign. And so with solutions like this, we are really able to maximize the effort of all the teams that are involved in the process.
So while Marketing Cloud with Einstein's STO, etc., is working on further engaging with Rachel with via email and other channels, Findoc in the background is essentially working its way through those direct debits. So the direct debit collection has started automatically, and every month we send a message to the bank or to a service bureau to collect the next installment of her donation. Now, of course, having all that donation information as part of your Salesforce CRM database is great, but it's not the end all of data storage for payments, because in the end, we need that information to also be present in the accounting system, where it becomes a ledger entry. So based on the data model that we insert into Salesforce, it is very easy to create something like a ledger entry report that allows you to export that information from Salesforce and import it into your accounting system of choice. This is something that you can do with standard Salesforce reporting functionality, or you can, of course, use something like Accounting Subledger to create these ledger entries for you.
So this is just an example of the power of Findoc and Salesforce combined, and how you can support your customer and your customer's customer on this from lead to ledger journey. And we look forward to hear more and more success stories coming from your customers and your customers' customers.
Yes, so essentially the entire journey that we've seen, starting from an ad on Facebook petition to a lead with follow-up, upgrade to donation, upgrade to recurring donation, and ending with a ledger entry in your accounting system. This entire journey is managed from the Salesforce platform. And we have seen many times that stories like this sounds great to partners that implement these kinds of systems for customers, but they are often a little bit deterred by how complex things are to configure. this is something that you can get started with right away, because the combination of FinDoc with Marketing Cloud is very easy to accomplish. And this is really something that can be implemented in no time. If you have questions about this, like to learn more, you want to talk to us about how we can combine these two solutions even further, then feel free to reach out to us. Our contact details are on screen. And I think we have time for some questions right now as well, right, Sam?
We certainly do. We have 8 minutes or thereabouts. So if you do have questions, please don't be shy. Feel free to fire away. I think there was a comment just about the screen clarity, but I have a question. I know that the demonstration was quite UK focused, focusing on gift aid, sterling, and backs direct debit. But is this functionality also available for other countries outside of the UK?
Yes, sure. For the Marketing Cloud side of things, it doesn't really matter, of course, which country it is. I mean, email is email the entire world over. And FinDoc has support for not only BACS direct debit, for instance, in the UK, but also SEPA direct debit all throughout Europe, with even the specific implementations for Italy with SIDA, etc., as well as Switzerland. That is all out of the box supported.
Awesome. Thank you. And Boltz has asked a question. What is specific to Mango in this demo? Is the same possible with Marketing Cloud? I think, Linus, that might be a question for you.
Sure. So yes, exactly. So as I said, Mango is not yet available. Also, we don't have it yet in our environment. So this is a journey shown in Marketing Cloud, and you have to see Mango as don't quote me on this, but as a step between basic and pro edition, basically. So it's just another install. It's another version on your Marketing Cloud. So what we've shown will be absolutely available with Mango as well. And we've shown it just now in Marketing Cloud. I hope that answers the question. Bolt, thank you for that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you have any other questions. Another one that came up for me was, as a consultant, how could I get the skills to implement flows such as these? And Hans, I think that might be one for you.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Yeah, great question. So, I saw a number of consultants that have already been trained by FinDoc that have a lot of experience. But if you're new to this, we run a training course of 2 days every 2 months, basically. So if you're a consultant that implements Salesforce and that's interested to learn more about the FinDoc side of this, then please contact me, hans@findoc.com, or go to our website and you'll see a partner section, and you can actually register for a training that's free for qualified consultants, so folks that have their certifications in order. Thank you, Sam.
Awesome. No worries at all. And unless we don't have any more questions, I think we can end a few minutes early. Do not forget that next up are the award ceremonies happening. And then at 4:30 BST, we have a session with Pipo Romero. Hopefully I've pronounced his name correctly. One of our acoustic guitarists who's going to be finishing up the ceremony for EMEA. But with that said, I'd like to thank you all for your time. Thank you to Luca, Peter, Glynis, and Hans. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your week and weekend. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.